Hi, I'm Misty Dickerson, and this is my shared leadership project. In this video, I'm going to be identifying 5 strengths and 5 weaknesses for my school using the School Culture Review on pages 145 to 147. And then for each one, I'm going to be including a recent research citation, and then I'll just kind of wrap things up with a detailed conclusion that connects my findings to one of Knoll's adult learning strategies. For part 1 of this presentation, I'll be discussing our 5 strengths, which I said were strong teacher-to-teacher trust. Number 2 is PBIS culture recognized statewide. 3 was strong data-informed instruction. 4 is effective professional learning communities. And 5 is commitment to inclusive practices. So strength number 1 is a strong sense of trust among our teachers. We share resources openly and ask for support without judgment, and we really do truly collaborate as a team. This trust is one of the biggest reasons our PLCs and instructional conversations feel like a safe place, and they really feel productive. Research supports this. Cosner in 2011 explains that trust is a core driver of organizational capacity and school improvement. Our strength number 2 is our positive school environment through our PBIS. We consistently host visitors from all over the state who actually come in to observe our PBIS implementation within our school. Expectations are the same across all classrooms in our school, and students feel supported and really celebrated. Research shows that McIntosh 2014 found that when PBIS is sustained and consistent, school climate improves significantly. For strength number 3 is our commitment to data. Our teachers use DIBELS, iReady, MTSS notes, and formative assessments to guide instructional decisions. Students are grouped intentionally, and plans are adjusted when is needed. Research by Mandanick and Gummer 2016 reinforces that strong educator data literacy directly improves instructional accuracy and student achievement. Strength number 4 is our PLC structure. Our conversations are always focused and collaborative, and we analyze student work together instead of working independently. DeFore 2015 emphasizes that effective PLCs rely on collective responsibility and purposeful collaboration, which are both strengths in our building. Our strength number 5 is our shared commitment to inclusion. All of our teachers in our school are consistently looking for ways to support our diverse learners, our Title I students, English learners, and students with disabilities. Florian 2014 notes that inclusive schools operate from a mindset of shared responsibility for every learner, and that matches what I see daily around our school. For the second part of this project, I'll be providing our 5 weaknesses, which include inconsistent vertical communication. Number 2 is rising teacher burnout. Number 3 is limited time for deep professional learning. 4 is variability in assessment literacy. And number 5 is limited teacher voice in decision making. Weakness number 1 is inconsistent communication from district and school leadership. Sometimes information tends to arrive late, or directions can change very quickly, which can cause confusion and frustration among everyone. Graham 2020 emphasized that communication practices strongly influence staff trust and organizational coherence. Weakness number 2 is teacher burnout. The workload, daily behavior challenges, and assessment cycles have really created noticeable fatigue among our staff. We are all struggling with this daily. There's not a day goes by that people don't complain about not having their planning time because of all of our meetings that we're having. Skalvik 2020 found that burnout is closely tied to school climate and can significantly impact teacher engagement. Weakness number 3 is going to be lack of time for meaningful professional development. While PLCs are helpful, We rarely have uninterrupted time to engage in coaching, modeling, or true practice-based learning. Darling and Hammond et al. 2017 argue that effective professional learning must be ongoing and job embedded, which is something that we need more of. Weakness number 4 is inconsistent assessment literacy. Some teachers are really confident analyzing data trends, while some others tend to feel overwhelmed and uncertain about interpreting the results. Um, Sue and Brown 2016 highlights the importance of assessment literacy for equitable and accurate instructional decision making. For weakness number 5 is that teachers are not always included early enough in district and school-wide decisions. This leads to frustration and slower buy-in from the teachers. Peters and Pierce 2012 found that teacher involvement in decision-making increases implementation success, and it also strengthens trust. In conclusion, this cultural review really helped me step back and take a look at my school through the eyes of our leadership, our strengths, trust, PBIS, data use, PLCs, and inclusive practices create a strong foundation for teaching and learning. But our weaknesses, communication gaps, burnout, limited professional development time, assessment literacy variability, and limited teacher voice can also be real challenges that impact our daily work. So this is where I see Knoll's adult learning strategies connecting directly to our school culture. The strategy that stands out the most to me is self-concept. The idea that adults want to be seen as capable, autonomous professionals. When teachers aren't included early enough into decision making, or when communications feel unclear, it undermines the self-concept and lowers motivation. Now, on the other hand, when teachers feel trusted, valued, informed, and included, their engagement rises. And this matches what I see in our PLCs and in our strongest collaborative moments. Recognizing this connection really helps me understand how I can lead better by honoring teacher voice, strengthening communication, and supporting meaningful learning experiences for adults. So, as a future leader, I believe improving these areas are going to help us grow collectively and while continuing to build on everything we are already doing well. Here you'll see all the references that I used within this presentation.